everybody and welcome back to this week's Tessie Basics. This is like the official start of all the autumn winter ones I'm going to be doing, and I'm so excited about these. It's definitely my favourite season, and I think generally we all tend to spend a little bit more on our autumn winter wardrobe because we get to wear it for such a long time. It generally is more expensive, like coats and boots and things tend to be expensive pieces. So I'm so excited to get my teeth stuck into all of these and hopefully give you guys some good recommendations. As it's been sort of unseasonably warm recently, I'm going to start with a slightly more transitional piece, which is the turtleneck jumper. I call it a turtleneck jumper, but online sometimes they're called roll necks, high neck jumper, polo neck jumper, or turtleneck jumper, but basically the jumpers with the high necks, that's what I'm talking about. I wear them so much, I wear them to death through autumn and winter. So just as a general note, two of the things that I always look for in turtleneck jumpers is firstly that they're very, very skinny fitting, especially for a layering piece. I know that might not be to everyone's taste, a super tight fitting jumper, but I'm going to have different knitwear testing basics coming up. So if this isn't really your favourite kind of style, then don't worry. And also that the neck is really tight. I don't want it to be like a baggy turtleneck and for it to be sagging around the neck. I want it to sit quite tight. I think that's really flattering when it sits right under the jawline as well. So they're the two things I always look for, and let's start with the cheapest. Okay, I couldn't believe how cheap this one was when I saw it online. It's from New Look. I think I've mentioned before that New Look isn't somewhere that I really shop that often. But this one I found on ASOS and it was $7.99, and I thought I have to try this because if it's absolutely incredible and it's only $7.99, then I desperately want to know about it and to share it with you guys. I got it in this kind of wine port sort of shade. Material wise, this is the only one that isn't 100% wool. This one is 66% polyester and 34% cotton. It feels nice and soft though. It isn't as soft as the other ones, but it still is fine, and at the end of the day it was £8, so I think it's pretty good for £8, I have to say. Fit wise, it's slightly shorter in the body. The neck is a little bit wide, as you can see just from the way I'm holding it up here. It's probably the widest neck out of all of them, and the sleeves come up a little bit short on me, but I do have very long arms. So New Look, $7.99, how good is that? So the next one is from Uniqlo. This one is 100% wool and is £24.90. I already have this one in black and a charcoal grey, which I got last winter, and would wholeheartedly recommend it before we've even started this video because those two have worn really well. I'm not going to dwell too much on that because it gives this one a bit of an advantage compared to the other ones, which, you know, I'm only just starting to wear now, but I couldn't not mention it because this is a really great jumper, and for such a great price. They have so many different colours. A lot of the ones I've got here are a ribbed style just because it really helps with that skinniness. It stops it being, sometimes they kind of feel baggy between the bottom of the neck and sort of the top of your boobs almost. But if they're ribbed, they tend to sit really close over your chest and in a really flattering way. So most of these are ribbed, and that's just a general thing. If you want it to be a skinny fit, then ribbed tends to be a bit better. And yeah, this one has slightly longer sleeves, slightly longer in the body, far skinnier on the neck, and has quite a long neck, so you can either wear it ruched or fold it down and have it looking quite neat and tidy and not as kind of chunky as ruched. I personally quite like them ruched, but you have the option with this one. And yeah, definitely would recommend Uniqlo for basics and knitwear in general, and for £24.90, I think that one is going to be a pretty good one. So the next one we have here, I actually already have this one in a different colour as well, which I had just momentarily forgotten about. Oh, by the way, sizing wise, I forgot to mention the sizing. I got the Uniqlo one in a size small. Their sizing is like extra small, small, medium, large, blah. I got a size small. And the New Look one I got in a size 10. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. So now we're on to costs. This one I got in a size small. This one was £45 and is 100% wool. It's far more sheer, this. It's very see-through, so it's much more of a layering piece. I quite like having sheer turtlenecks, not only because they're great for layering, especially if you want to layer it under a different type of knit when it gets super cold, but also I like to wear them on evenings. I think they look really nice with jeans. If you've got a bit of a lacy black bra, I think they look really good on evenings. So this one is sheer. Do definitely bear that in mind. If it's something you don't feel like you're going to get your wear out on, then avoid this one. But yeah, I have this one in grey already, and again, it's worn really well. This one is super, super skinny, really, really nice long arms, as you can see, and just fits so lovely and tight. Longer in the body, and then has a really, really, really long and really, really skinny turtleneck. So it's incredibly flattering, this style, just because it's so slim fitting. And this one manages to be that without being a ribbed one as well. But as I said, it's far more sheer. Okay, next up from there we have one by Isabel Marant, ETOILE. I don't really know how you say that. Also 100% wool, also in a size small. This one is also super, super, super long in the body, which I do really like, and has really, really long sleeves. Kind of has hemmed sleeves in the way that you would get on a sweatshirt as well, which is quite a nice extra detail. It has the turtleneck on this one is like double thickness, if that makes sense. Like it automatically is already rolled over at the top and is just a little bit thicker, but it still sits very, very nice and slim on the neck too, and generally is a very, very flattering fit. It is a slightly different feel of material. Even though it's wool, it almost has more of like a jersey kind of feel to it than a knitted feel to it. So definitely feeling more transitional than the other ones because of how that feels. But I don't want to say too much, but when I wore this one, it was very, very warm and cozy despite feeling like that. So that one is all good, and £90, Isabel Marant, ETOILE, however you say it. And then at the very, very, very top end, we have Tea by Alexander Wang. This was £170. So expensive for something that is as simple as this. It's 100% wool. I got it in a size small. This one is also very, very sheer. More sheer than I expected it to be, and if I'm honest, I'm a little bit disappointed with how sheer it was because it didn't look sheer at all online. I got it on Net-a-Porter, and I wasn't expecting it to be as sheer as this. As I said about the COS one, I do wear them, so it's not the end of the world for me because I do get a lot of wear out of them through layering and things like that, but I think I would have rather have had one that wasn't quite so see-through for the top end price. But it is a beautiful fit. This one has the shortest turtleneck out of all of them, so it doesn't roll over and it doesn't ruche or anything, but it really just comes up to the perfect height on the neck, so it's really, really nice and flattering. As with the Isabel Marant one, it kind of has cuffed sleeves with the hem here as well, and it's shorter in the body than the others. This one feels the most luxurious. The material feels really lovely despite it being the same as 4 of the other ones. It just has a very, very soft and almost like a silky and slinky feel to it, but I am slightly disappointed with just how sheer this one is. Right, that's all the 5 ones that we've got. I'm also going to give these all a wash in this video. I'm just going to wash them on however it tells me to on the label, so we'll see how they all go. If they change in shape and size, because sometimes knitwear can be a little bit of a tricky one to wash correctly. But yeah, you know how this works. I'm going to wear them over the next 5 days and let you know how I got on with them before sharing my final thoughts with you all at the very end of the video. Hey guys, just surrounded by ASOS parcels. Day 1 of pillow neck wearing. I've had this on all day. It's like, what time is it? 20 past 4 now. I've had this on since about 9 o'clock this morning, and I'm also going out this evening. I'm going to wear this exact outfit because we're just going to the pub. So yes, had it on for a long time. It's the new look one today. We're starting with the cheapest. I've got it on with some Redoute jeans, my Miu Miu ballerina pumps. I'm having like a massive numb brain and I can't think of words today. And then my trusty long line Jigsaw Blazer. So my thoughts on this are, I like it a lot. It has a really nice fit over the boobs especially, which is something that, as I said in the intro, I sometimes find can be quite flattering with these. The sleeves are a little short on me, but I am quite long limbed, so do bear that in mind. The thing that I don't like is the neck at all. I'm going to come in closer and show you actually, just give me a second. So the neck is what I'm least impressed with. As you can see, I've got a lot of room here and it just sags down. I prefer them to be super, super, super tight so they really sit close along your jawline for the whole day rather than do this. So normally I prefer to have them like this as well rather than neatly rolled over, which is hard to do with one hand. Yeah, rather than like that, I don't really like how that looks. I prefer it to be up and really high on the neck, but that's when they need to be super skinny to hold that all day long. And this is definitely sagging. It's going to be interesting to see how this fares in the wash, whether that gets better or whether that gets worse. Hey guys, it is the second day of jumper wearing and I've had this one on all morning. It's like nearly 2 o'clock now, I think, or 3. This is the Uniqlo one. I'm going to show you my outfit later. We've got friends coming around this evening, so I will like be properly dressed. So I'll show you it then, but so far this one's good, so much better than the New Look one because it has the tight neck. Like, can you see the difference? It's not sagging at all, it sits really high. I really like it. I just feel like it's quite flattering over the chest as well, and generally just nice. The sleeves could be a bit longer for me, as you can see, but I think that's just maybe going to be the case with all of them. But yeah, I really like it. It's comfortable, it's soft, it's warm, it's all of those things. So this one is getting a thumbs up, bigger thumbs up than the New Look. So far I'm feeling this is worth the price difference. I'm going to keep it on for a little bit longer and then I will show you the full outfit this evening. Hello everybody, sorry about the low light. The time is now 7:25. So I've had this jumper on all day long. I've gotten actually pretty sweaty in it, so maybe that's a bit mean, but anyway, I'm seeing it through. I've now just got on my ASOS jeans and then, oh, I don't know how to say it, Leoffler, Loafer, whatever, Randall boots, and that's it. Nothing particularly exciting at all, but we're just having a night in with some friends this evening, so I don't need a jacket or anything like that, we're not going anywhere. I've been really impressed with this jumper. I feel like for the price difference, it's definitely a better fit. Predominantly in the neckline, there is not too much of a difference over the body, but obviously the neck is a very integral part to a turtleneck jumper. So yeah, for that reason, I'm much preferring this one too. Hey guys, it is another turtleneck day. We've literally just been out for some brunch and got back in, and I'm going to be in for the rest of the day. I'll keep it on, but I want to show you what I wore to go out. So the turtleneck today is the Isabel Marant one. I really like it. It has a really nice fit to it. These jeans are some vintage Levi 501s. My jacket's from Charlie May. The shoes are Uterque Loafers. They were in the Loafers Testing Basics. And then I just have my Celine belt bag with me as well. So yes, this is the outfit. It's kind of been a bit cold today, which is nice to wear all the autumn winter stuff. But let me show you this without this ginormous jacket on. I really like the fit. It's so long, this one, which has pros and cons. I think tucking it into skinny jeans would be quite difficult because you've got all that material that will want to bunch up. But the fit's lovely, like really nice long sleeves. It's the only one with the sleeves so far that actually come down onto my hands, and very comfortable feel to it. So very much loving this one so far. Hello everybody, we've just got back in. We've been out for some dinner. I've taken my shoes off straight away. And I've had the Tea by Alexander Wang turtleneck on. I've had this on all day. So just had it on with my Urban Outfitters jeans, a shirt from Madewell, and then this jacket which is from Jigsaw. But I've been sat at my desk sort of with it like this, but with it rolled up. And it's been really comfortable. It's been great to wear under a shirt, especially, you know, I don't feel like all bunched up under my armpits, which sometimes you can feel when you're layered up. Because this is so sheer, it's a great layering piece, but it's definitely too sheer to wear on its own during the day, I think. I mean, you could definitely go for it if you felt like it, but I think you have to like commit to it, if that makes sense, because you can completely see your bra. But yeah, it looks great under this shirt and things like that because you don't feel too bunched up. So I am pleased with it, but I wish it wasn't quite so sheer, so that for the price I could wear it in more different ways, rather than just feeling most comfortable with it layered, unless I'm wearing it on an evening out. Hello everybody, final day of turtleneck wearing. I'm literally about to take this off and wash it because I've just spilled soup all over myself, as you do. But this is the COS one that I've got on today. I've just like nipped out this morning, but I've been around the house mostly. So comfy outfit. These are some wool tailored trousers from Aritizia, and I've got my Vans on, and then when I nipped out I just had it on with this very lovely Jigsaw longline blazer. So I didn't layer this up, I kind of went for a bit of bra flashing because it's not quite as sheer as the Alexander Wang one, so you can get away with it a little bit more. It's been really comfortable, no complaints about it whatsoever. I like the fact that the sleeves are quite long on this one too, so you can pull them down from under your jacket, which is always nice. And the turtleneck itself is really nice and skinny. And yeah, generally it just feels like a great fit. Just had a lot of red in that soup and it's expanded quite nicely too with my tummy, so it's always a good thing. Okay, so everything has been washed. I wash them all according to whatever the instructions are on the label. I'll go through them individually and dry them on a heated drying rack. Generally, a tip for any wool jumpers during the winter is to dry them flat, because that's when they lose their shape, because they pick up so much weight in water when you wash them. If you hang them on a line or even drape them over your radiator, they just go they miss shape instantly on their sleeves. So try and dry them flat if you can. And yeah, let's get going. So coming in at last place is the New Look one. This one I just put in the washing machine and it has washed fine, there's no issues there. However, the fit of it just wasn't as good as the other ones were. And even though it's incredibly affordable at only £8, I think it kind of looks cheaper than the rest, which isn't really ever something that I want. And the fit just wasn't good enough. The neck itself was too loose. When I watched the footage back of me wearing each one, this one just definitely looked the worst and was the least flattering. So, wouldn't repurchase, probably will never really wear this again now that I have so many jumpers to choose from. But yeah, and it's not dreadful for £8, but I wouldn't recommend it over, say, the Uniqlo one. I think the price difference between those two is completely warranted and definitely worth it. In the next spot, we have the Alexander Wang one. I washed this hand wash and then dried it on the heated drying rack, and it's completely fine, no change whatsoever. The reason it's in second place is because I just don't think it's worth the £160, I think it was. Mostly because it's so sheer. It's more sheer than I realised. Had it looked this sheer online, I probably wouldn't have gone for this one, but it makes it just that bit harder to wear, and it kind of is very much a layering piece or an evening piece for me. And so I want something that is this much to be wearable every single day, and I don't really feel like it is. It's lovely. The neck is really, really lovely. It's probably the nicest turtleneck out of all of them. And I do like the detail on the sleeves with the cuffs and things, but it's just not worth £160. There's not much of a difference between this and the Uniqlo one or this and the COS one, which is really, really, really similar. So yeah, not overly thrilled with it. And then that brings me on to the COS one, which I'm going to put in third place. I do really, really, really like this jumper. The next three, I would recommend all of them. And as I said, I do also have this one in grey, and it has washed really, really well. This one just went in the washing machine, and there has been no change really. Well, no change at all actually. And it's quite good that you can put it in the washing machine. It just makes it that much easier. I think that this is great because while it is sheer like the Alexander Wang one, the lower price point makes it that a little bit more okay, that is only going to be worn in certain ways for me. And the grey one I do wear all the time just on its own because it isn't as sheer as the Alexander Wang. They're really lovely, really, really skinny fitting. They just are quite a flattering style of turtleneck. Really skinny actual neck itself, which I always really like. And yeah, I think for £45, it's a really, really good piece, and that definitely lasts a long time as well. And in the next place, I'm going to put the Isabel Marant one. This is the only one that there has been a slight change in the wash. This one went in the washing machine. Did it? Yes, it did. And it feels like it's gotten a little bit tighter under the armpits, but nothing really that noticeable at all. I really, really, really like the fit of this one. I didn't think I was going to like it that much at first when I opened it because of its slightly more jersey feeling material, despite it being also 100% wool. But that's something that I actually grew to really, really enjoy about it. It looks great on, it's really, really flattering, it's really, really warm. I just feel like going forward I'm going to end up wearing this one so much. And when it was in the wash on the day that I was washing them out, I was like, oh, I wish I could wear that one today because it just looked really good. It is expensive for £90, and I mean, I think I will wear it more than the COS one, and it isn't as sheer, so that in some ways not as comparable, but I wouldn't necessarily say you have to go out and spend £90 on a turtleneck, but if you wanted to, this one is really, really, really good, and I've been very, very impressed with it basically. And that leaves at first place the Uniqlo one. I knew that this was going to be first place as soon as I started this video because I've never ever found a turtleneck as great as the ones that they have at Uniqlo. They're so good for £25 or £24.90, however much they are. You just cannot go wrong with them. You could buy them in every single different colour if you wanted to, and they will last you way beyond just one season. And the one that I have in black, I literally wore it every single day, all the time, constantly last winter. So it's been washed so much, and it has held up really, really well. So I just think it's absolutely brilliant. I couldn't recommend them enough. The fit is absolutely great. This one is shorter in the sleeves and in the body, so do bear that in mind if you are taller than I am. I have quite a relatively short body despite being tall, so that would be something to bear in mind. The Isabel Marant one and the COS one definitely come up longer in the body, but for £25 it's just absolutely great. It looks fantastic, it's warm, it's comfy, it's soft, it washes well. They're just such great turtlenecks. The turtleneck itself is really nice and skinny. I just can't fault it, absolutely cannot fault it, and I think it's such a great price point for something that is such a basic piece. I mean, they're so plain. I really don't think you have to go out and spend over £100 on something that is this simple. Obviously if we're moving into the realms of cashmere, that's a different thing, but I'll have a video on that hopefully coming up at some point during the winter. But yeah, absolutely love the Uniqlo one, cannot recommend these enough. Okay, that is everything for this testing basics. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any turtlenecks that you swear by, live by, do let me know in the comments. Even though I have quite a lot now, I feel like I can never have enough because I wear them so much. Next one is going to be ankle boots, which is very exciting. I'm actually going to start filming that today. When you are watching this, I'm going to be starting filming that one today. So that should be up very soon. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one.